Welcome back to Nucida Training. How could you use tags and hooks to create better and more powerful Gherkin tests? I will show you that right away. Please leave a comment in terms of any questions which we would be happy to answer. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you do not miss the upcoming videos with the latest testing news. Here, I have created a few scenarios to save time and I set some tags on it. As you can see here, tags are the same whether you write these in Gherkin language or any other programming language. It starts with the add symbol and the name of the tag, and these tags are case sensitive. You can provide more than one tag by providing the space between both the tags. So now as we are dealing with the BDD here, that is the feature file. You can provide the tags to the feature and to the scenario. But you cannot provide a tag to test steps. That means you cannot provide the tag to the keywords given, when, and then. If I would write here, test complete would send an error in that case. But like I said, you can provide tags in the feature keyword. So, I can have a tag here. For example, if this feature is about tagging, then I can have a tag with the name tagging about this feature. During the time of execution, if I mention or specify to run the test with the tag tagging, then it will run this feature file. The tag can be provided to the feature, to the scenario, and you can have multiple tags separated by spaces between the tags. One more important feature in terms of data-driven testing, you can have a scenario which takes the table data, and here you can provide a tag to that table data and specify which tag you want to run during the time of execution, and in that way your scenario will run through the specified tag data. What I mean here is, this is a scenario which takes the data from example 1 and example 2 table which has a tag x1 and x2. During the time of execution, if I specify that I want to run this scenario with the data which has a tag x2, then it will discard this table and it will run the scenario with the data which has the tag x2. That is this data. Do not worry about how to provide or specify tag during execution, because in another video I will explain how to run a BDD feature file and test complete with the UI as well as from the command prompt. But for now, this is what you need to know about the tags. If you run the feature tag, that means I specify during the time of execution that I want to run the feature with the respective tag, then it will run all the scenarios which belong to this feature. So, this is a super tag. If you run the test or the feature file with this tag, it will run all the subsequent scenarios. Assumed I specify to run the test which has a tag smoke, or if I want to run a scenario with a tag smoke, then it will look for all the feature files which has a scenario with a tag smoke, and then it will execute all the mentioned scenarios. Same goes with the regression, and you can have a combination, or I would say tag expression, where you can conjunct or more tags. For instance, you can run 2 tags. You can say that you want to run all tests with the smoke plus regression tag. We will see that in detail. Now the next feature is the hook. So let me create a script here and give a name as a setup, and we can create a hook here. There are 2 types of hooks in BDD in test complete. One is the before feature function, and I'm going to just log the name of the feature log.message. And as the name suggests, this will run before feature file and plus the name of the feature file, and that is feature.name. I just want to make it a little neat. As the name suggests, this function will run before any feature file. Similar to that, there is the after feature function available, and that will run after the feature file has been executed. This is useful when you are dealing with some sort of feature where you want to open a connection before running the feature, and you can close that connection once the feature file has been executed. So, this will run after the feature file. Let me run the test, and you will notice that these 2 functions will be executed before and after any executed feature files, which depends on the hook type. The tests are executing. So, all the tests were executed, and if I click on it, it will show me the logs, and you can see a couple of features were ran. That one was valid login, and another was test tag feature of BDD and test complete. If you notice here, before this feature file, the before feature function was executed. This will run before the feature and the name of the feature file, that is login feature. Same goes here. This test will run before the feature file tag feature, which is the name of the feature file. We have one more hook, and that is before and after scenario, which will run before and after any scenario. This will run before any scenario, and I am adding scenario.name. And similar to that, I am going to code this in the after scenario hook. This will run after any scenario, and let me command this out. Okay, let me run these feature files again and see what happens. Let me run this again and see all features are executed. All the scenarios are executed, and you can see it did not run or print any message before the feature. But as soon as the control went into this scenario, we can see this will run before any scenario, and the name of the scenario is valid login, which is inside this login feature, which is the valid login, and then ran, and again we will see here that this will run after any valid login. So, it ran before the scenario, and it ran after the scenario. Same goes with another scenario where this will run before any scenario, and it ran after the scenario was executed. This is all that contributes to this video. We have seen the tags, the hooks, and the meanings of both. Please leave a comment in terms of any questions, which we would be happy to answer. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you do not miss the upcoming videos with the latest testing news. Happy testing, and see you next time.